So here we are at the OSR V8 development series. We're at Zolder here in Belgium. It's a quite a tight track, so some of these chicanes play a big part in the difference between a good and a bad lap. So the old racing theory of slow in, fast out really is a testament to this track. Also got to be quite cautious on cold tyres. Our race goals are simply to finish this week. We've got to watch out for dive bombers under brakes into these chicanes, try and drive at a consistent pace, qualify in the highest split than normal, which we've done, and finish the race in a higher position than where we started. So sit back, enjoy. Doesn't turn out to be a great race, as you can see from the race results, but it's a race nonetheless, and we'll see you on the grid. Welcome everyone to round 5 of the OSR development series. We're this week at Zolder circuit in Belgium. 29 cars on the grid, and we're starting out at 21st. So a little bit of chaos and carnage at the back of the field here. Split 2, and as the lights go green, that wasn't the start I was hoping for. A little bit of chaos and panel bumping going on up here already, but start to try and that's not what we were hoping to achieve. Didn't even make it around the first corner, and a brake lock up to avoid an incident just in front of us. But anyway, I don't think we caused ourselves any real car damage. It's just a matter of staying on the black stuff. But as a result, I think we're obviously back to second to last. And that's given the group of cars in front of us quite a buffer we've got to try and make up, but we might do that to some extent when they all bunch up to go through these tight corners here. So we've got someone off here, and does a flick turn straight in front of traffic. It's young Cody. So as a result of that, there's my first X for the event. Bit of brake lock up here in front of us as we try and manoeuvre our way through here. Missed that gear, should have been in second.
And you just keep going for it, doesn't it?
As Elliot's been turned round. So it looks like there's a couple of cars in the early stages of the race that are victims of other people or themselves. Alright. Well, lap 1 has proven to be pretty eventful, but as a result we've lost our few places.
Sorry,
This might put us back into 25th or 26th, which is a couple down from where we started, but we just have to persevere and move forward. 25th we're in, and as we miss our braking point, got Cody up the inside of us here, and what's Mark doing back on the track? Yep. Which he's obviously entitled to do, but he may or may not have realised we were there. So, might see if we can tuck in underneath his rear wing and spend a couple of laps through here. Oh, there's another position. Wheels around. As you can see, the back of the field really is just a bitch fight at the moment. Anyway, it's just a matter of getting into a rhythm and staying relatively clean. That was a better take at that chicane in second gear. Tyres are starting to come up to temperature. Nice and easy into it, and I can see that happening in my mirrors. Around we go.
Sorry Jason, I lost the brake. Had some
obviously front and maybe some rear damage, which certainly might affect our top end speed.
It was my fault, Tippy. I shouldn't have put myself in that spot.
On the gas a bit early coming out of there, but it's 2 laps down, and 2 laps that involved a couple of incidences. Elliott in front of us again. And it's at about 3 second gap back to dry. Hopefully we can carry some corner speed through here and make up that 1 second gap back up to Elliott relatively quick. Nice and smooth through here. Didn't really gain any, but didn't lose any either, that's alright. Still quite early on in the race. And there's a yellow flag. What's going on up here? Oh, she's gone. They sorted themselves out. They're starting to fall off the back of these two here. But it does look like the group up in front might start to slow each other down, so we might get lucky
Sorry,
there
mate.
and make up a bit more time.
Yeah, it's fine, Craig, I saw you.
I suggest this may end up in a bit of carnage in the next couple of laps. Looks like there's a few guys at the back here all pretty desperate to lead this group. We might just sit back here for about a second gap until they sort themselves out, or someone makes a mistake and we can capitalise on it. Don't know whether Cody's got any damage to the front of his car after the hit to my rear, but it looks like it's travelling alright, so may have been lucky in that aspect. I do think I've got front damage though. It was a pretty hard hit into the wall. Try and maintain that 1 second gap, just to give myself a bit of a buffer in case there's a tangle. Going too wide into this corner, which probably isn't a smart idea, particularly so early in the race. Go on here, this isn't looking right on cue. I think it's Ryan on the inside there.
What was that all about?
And that was Elliott coming back onto the track, I think. And as a result, my steering is now shot to buggery. Oh, I just made it around that corner. It was more good luck and good fortune, I think. Certainly doesn't feel too flash in the steering wheel department.
I missed my braking marker.
No, just can't get it turned here. This just might take a bit of getting used to for a couple of laps, because driving in a straight line, the steering wheel is now at about a 110 degree, and around we go. Quite hard to change gears with the paddle shifters in the current format. So my right paddle shifter change up gears is now about 11 o'clock, which means my rear one's down about 5 o'clock. So driving like this at the moment, probably going to be an arc in itself, which might take a couple of laps to get used to, because it just certainly doesn't feel comfortable. Once they give us six seconds up the road and a minute 36 lap time, so the car is well and truly feeling like a bit of a shit box at the moment. Been battered and bruised and punched and all sorts in these opening laps. So I think it's pretty critical now. Just try and make sure we finish this race with as fewer incidents from now on until the end as possible. Because we don't want to exceed our 15 race incident and get a penalty from the officials. Oh, this doesn't feel right going into these corners. Now, what we got behind us? A 35-second gap, so we've got no threat from behind us for quite a while. We'll just travel at about 80%, I reckon. Tippy-toe around and run our own race. Well until we've fallen away from that group in front of us at the moment, so it might be a lonely old drive here for a while. Oh. Doesn't like to turn in.
Sorry, bro.
Alright, after all our chaos and carnage and rubbing panels, we'll see what this lap time brings us. Down, minute 36, which is about a good 3, nearly 4 seconds slower than what we did in practice, and a good 3 seconds slower than what we did in qualifying. So it might be a combination of both the steering and the general condition of what the car is, or what's left of it. Certainly this week's all about trying to get through the race without any additional penalties, and make up for last week, which was a 0 round. I try and manoeuvre through here without dropping any wheels on the green. I got taken out on the second lap of the second corner of the first lap last week. Just a couple of cars collided on the inside of turn 2, and one of them darted back across the track and used me as a, well, not just me, myself and another bloke, as a bit of a cushion. And that ended that race relatively prematurely, and as a result we spent more time in the pits than we were supposed to, and didn't quite make the half race distance, which meant 0 points, which is frustrating, but that's racing. What's probably more frustrating is the fact that stewards didn't even bother to look at it or comment on it or even deem it as a racing incident. Tends to be a common, look, there's Cody gone. Cody dropped out for, may have had more damage or internet issues.
That's about the single worst piece of driving I've seen in 12 months.
Anyway, as I was saying, these lack of incidents that have picked up tend to be a reoccurring thing in all the splits, but there's no consistency whatsoever. So as we approach the end of lap number 8, these minute 36 laps look pretty consistent at the moment, which isn't great, but at least we're still circulating at the moment. A little bit of smoke here on the right as we're heading to the pits. That looks like Michael might be in there making his mandatory pit stop and possibly doing a few repairs while he's in there. So he should be back out relatively soon with some new rubber and a straight car. So we'll have to watch out for him in the next few laps. He might be coming up behind us. feels like we're starting to get into a bit of a rhythm now with this steering wheel alignment. Bit early on the gas out of there, which can make the difference between a good lap and a bad lap here. Back down to second. Craig 10 seconds up the road, who's going to have no threat from behind. We've got Michael, who's come out of the pits now, and he's what, 26 seconds behind us. So we've got a bit of a buffer behind us as well, so we'll just focus on circulating without any dramas. We approach lap number 10. And 37 lap there, which wasn't ideal, but might have been a couple of reasons for that. Beauty about having no one in front of you and no one behind you means we can run our own race.
Thanks, Joel.
Don't have to watch those mirrors too much. Just get into a rhythm. You know, so we had about 7 laps of fuel to go. Might take us through to about lap 20, which might mean a really short stint for the end of the race. Then again, we might pit a bit earlier too. We'll have to wait and see how we're travelling. Mackey's in the pit, so there's another spot we've gained, but that'll only be a short-lived solution. We've got Nathan coming out of the pits just up here in front of us. He was a bit further up the road, so he's had a good run up until now. That was a better corner. Back down in the second. Oop. Nathan's off on the right hand side here, don't come back on. Right. We just have to watch our mirrors because Nathan's proven in the past to be a bit of a cyclone. Leave a trail of destruction behind him. So, to be honest, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if he was in front of me than behind me. Anyway, he's carrying more speed and hasn't got the damage that we do at the moment, so hopefully he won't do anything stupid in the process and he can go on his merry way. Back down in a second. Car, if that contact with Elliot still doesn't want to turn in. Seems to have about a half a second delay from when you turn the wheel and when it actually turns. Which makes hitting apexes or even just braking zones a whole new ball game. Really don't like the fact that Nathan's behind me because this is destined to end in tears. Cannot predict what he's going to do. And right on cue, that was never going to make that. What were you thinking?
I'm going into the pit, Mark.
Absolute deal.
Okay.
So now you're going to slow down, you're going to block. Really? You absolute dickhead.
Pulling up, so I thought I'd follow you.
Right.
Thanks, mate.
Seriously? What the hell was that? That was never going to happen. Well, might let Michael through here because he doesn't need to get caught up in this shit. Obviously, that was a bit of a result of not being able to turn in. Well, that delayed turn in, I guess. Nathan obviously got a lot better run out of there than I did, but you cannot force your way through a corner like that and expect to come out the other side unscathed. If you're going to drive like an absolute pelican, that's you get what you deserve. Well, with all that chaos and shit behind us, I wonder we might pit relatively soon and see if we can get this steering fixed up to somewhat extent, because I don't want that to happen again.
Pass right on.
So that puts us on lap 13, or we might do another couple. Have an easy run home. While Mitchell's up the road in front of us. Might better use him as a bit of a braking marker without causing him any grief. 10 to go, so we're over the halfway point.
Getting in, man.
We'll might pit at the end of this lap, I think. So we've got Daniel coming up behind us, who we don't want to cause him any trouble either.
Sorry.
Oh, twitchy under brakes. Another one off up here. That was Craig. There's a front brake lock up through there. Very, very easy to do. Oh, there goes Nathan. Good riddance to bad company, pretty much. Certainly didn't mean to put him in the wall like that, but tried to avoid him. And Matthew's out. What's starting to drop like flies, a few of them. Only 2.5 laps to empty. We better pit next lap, I think. Like I said, we've still got Daniel behind us and we don't want to cause him any heartache. We're not catching Craig, we're just sitting comfortably behind him without any real progress. So he may have a bit of damage as well he's contending with.
Yeah, copy that, mate.
Just letting Daniel know that we're going to pull into the pits at the end of this lap. So he doesn't come in at 100 mile an hour and... Oop. We may lead him through here anyway. Here he goes.
I'll just do instead.
Alright, so let's go in and get this car repaired and finish the race on hopefully a lot better note than how we started. Bring this speed back down to 60 k's. Should only be a fairly short pit stop here, hopefully. New tyres. There goes my bonnet's just been replaced. And you've got about 8 laps to go. 9.4 litres of fuel should do us home. Sorry, 29 litres of fuel should see us home, which is about 9.5 laps. Like we come back out, which will pretty much be dead motherless last, but at least we're circulating. Just got to be pretty cautious on this outlap because cold tyres caught Nathan out. Whoop, and just as I say that, say one thing and do another. About 7 or 8 laps to go now. It's just a matter of bringing it home without any more incidences, and that will hopefully see us through for another week. Probably take another half a lap to a lap to get these tyres up to temperature. Tell you what though, a completely different car feels 100% better. Still, we might just coast along at about 80% here for a while, I think. Marty's 14 seconds up the road. We're not going to catch him. And joys of having no one in your mirrors behind. Means you can keep your eyes forward. Focus on hitting your marks, which will hopefully limit your off tracks. Craig, who we've followed before, entering the pits, but I don't think we'll get around before he comes out again. Starting to get a bit more comfortable with these tyres now. Cleaner chicane, straight away into the 35s at only about 80%, so we'll go back a step in the right direction. Still don't want to push it and get any more off tracks. or risk getting on that throttle too early. So we now have Craig behind us. So we did get around before he got out of those pits. And leaves us a handful of laps, so hopefully we won't have any threat from behind. He's not 9 seconds behind us, and I think he's going to make up 2.5 seconds a lap. See what changing down gears when your steering alignment's somewhat back to where it should be makes things a lot easier and a lot more comfortable. Five to go, so we've got Craig 10 seconds behind us, 6 laps of fuel, so that's not an issue, and Shane leading the race is 19 seconds behind, so unless something drastically goes wrong, he's not going to be a concern coming up behind us. We won't have to get out of his way. To be honest, if we can maintain that gap for about 8 or 10 seconds to Craig behind us, after the shit fight that went on at the start of the race, those first few laps, and then a little shenanigans between myself and Nathan on lap 12. Pretty disappointed, in fact pissed, if that ends up being a race and a penalty, because he brought that on himself by blocking after he's off track. Four to go. Still in the minute 35s. Don't want to push too hard. Still 10 seconds back to Craig, so there's been no loss back there at this stage. Marty's still 15 seconds up the road, so there's been no gain. Back into second. Very easy to cut that second part of the chicane and get yourself a slowdown. Three laps to go. Still managing that gap back to Craig. Looks like the leader just crosses the line. He's got 2 to go. Unless I have a spin, I don't think he's gonna catch us. still 18 seconds behind, so he hasn't really gained any in the last 2 laps on us, and we're only cruising at about 80%, so he's got a bit of a buffer between him and the guy behind him, so he's got no real reason to take any unnecessary risk. Back into second, turn her in. A bit late on the brakes into there. Cost me a second or so of my time, but like I said, I've still got Craig 10 seconds further down the road, so he's not close enough to have a real sniff yet. Across the line for lap 21, 2 to go. Back down 2, back down 1. No, we'll hold that. So the leader's on his last lap, so 15 seconds behind us. We're not going to be a threat to him. Make sure we've got enough fuel to get over the line. Like I said, very, very easy to get an off-track or a slow-down penalty through any of those little chicanes. Turn in. That was a better corner. Still got a 10-second, 11-second buffer back to the bloke behind us, so there's no dramas. Look like Christian's in the pits. So that might have been a fuel miscalculation, I think, with 1 lap to go. So that's a free position, unfortunately for Christian, but after the shit run we've had earlier tonight, we'll take whatever bit of good fortune we can get.
Come on.
Over half a lap to go, and it's just a matter of tippy-toeing through these without any other dramas. Just not worth.
Sorry about that, Michael. We had me a bit rattled right behind me.
Not worth the risk of pushing too hard. Nothing to gain and everything to lose at this point. Actually, that was the philosophy from about lap 4, I think. Coming to the last chicane here. Bit of shit all over the road, so someone's had a bit of a crack at making a mess. Checkered flag, I am happy to see that bloke. Well, that's the checkered. Yep, certainly is. That was a race I'd rather forget in a hurry. But, those 2 earlier incidences between Cody and Elliot,
no problem at all, Colin.
unfortunate.
That was actually good racing. I was happy to
But that second one, I think, well and truly stuffed my chances of having any kind of decent result. And then, of course,
that's what the
Nathan
Dev
on lap
Series is all
12
about, mate. It's good fun, hard
showed his true colours.
And, get past you can. You don't count.
But anyway,
Good. I enjoyed it. Those last couple of laps was pretty good. Tommy was
put that
going
one in the
fast
memory
from
bank.
behind. Enjoyed it. It was great.
May have
Racing
said
was.
earlier in the broadcast we had to watch out for him, and little did I know he was going to prove me right. Anyway, that's racing. It's another week that's Zolder done and dusted. And not the
Well done,
result I was
Belgium.
hoping or looking
Good race,
for,
Mark.
but
Well done there, mate.
still a result nonetheless.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all next week.
It's about that spin there, man.